adding to this project? Because last year was the first part was the fish and everything. Now you have the rest of the wildlife. How big is this one?
This was a much bigger project than last year in the sense that we used a lot of different elements and mediums. We used glass, we used metal, we used a boater's epoxy, we used concrete, we used a plasma cutter to cut the metal. There's a lot more dynamics to this project than last year.
How long did this one take?
It took us about 7 months all in all.
Mm-hmm. This opening for you, I was here. We were here last year for the fish and whatnot. This opening, it's a big opening. Talk about the turnout. I feel there's a lot more people this time around than there was a year ago.
Oh yeah, this is a much bigger turnout. I think just because the salmon kind of woke people up about this corner, and it's an awesome project because it's with the students and it's with the community, and everybody. Once we started this one, we installed in segments too, and so that kind of got the people pumped up about it.
Was this one, you said install in segments, was this one a longer install compared to the one last year?
Yes, this one took four different stages.
Adding to this project from a year ago, what were the challenges as far as adding to this to the fish?
I think overall the challenges were mostly constructing the big eagle. We were trying to figure out how to get the proportions right, how to make it, and I think that was the biggest challenge we had, and especially time management. Time was coming by so fast. We were worried we weren't going to get it done, but we got it done.
Considering it was a big turnout last year for this,
yes.
To unveil this one, this is a bigger turnout than a year ago.
Yeah.
Just seeing all the support, how does that make you feel?
Wow. First of all, I'm so glad that we have all the support from everybody. I'm glad that we were able to add this here. That way, everybody could see more about Brentwood, about the life that they have here. The fish, first of all, were here last year, so that was great. They could see where the salmon came from and everything. And now we added these 4 new animals that they could finally see what Brentwood has had for the last years.
First off, congratulations on this.
Thank you.
Do you have a project that's going to be here for a lifetime, that you kind of had an impact on the city and created something that's going to be here? How does that make you feel?
Kind of makes me feel great because I got to help out for the city, and everyone can look at this project on what our friends and classmates made.
Talk about the challenges of this project. I mean, adding on to the fish, I think no one really knew what it was going to be essentially beforehand, but just like this feels so much bigger than the original fish project that came last year.
Yeah, for me, when I was looking at it, I had no idea what I was doing. I low-key had a blind guess what I was doing, but it turned out to be way much bigger. I thought it was going to be like a little small project, but no, it's pretty big for the city.
I mean, we talked a lot about the kids kind of getting experience through this as far as like, welding and stuff like that. Was this project a little bit bigger? And like, how much did they kind of get out of that going to this project alone?
Oh, this one was a lot bigger because we also learned about glass, fusing glass together, sloping glass to make all the feathers for the heron. To do the owl, we made custom tiles and we did a high fire. We glued those onto a metal base. The owl, the logs, the stumps, the owls on and the herring, we had to make that concrete look like wood. That's another technique we had to figure out. So this one was way more dynamic than last year.
How much more difficult was this one?
Oh, and it was more difficult, and just the dynamics of using different mediums, plus the aspect of so many complex features to it. It took us really a long time. The time factors, this one had about at least 200 more hours put into it. Total about 350.
How was it? How hard was it transporting everything over?
Went pretty smooth. We had one hiccup with the owl. Our cement mixer broke, fell into it, knocked the owl, and we had to scramble and save it.
For those who may not be familiar with this, can you just explain what the theme of the project is?
Oh, the theme of the project, this is called Birds of Beauty, and it's all local birds. And so that's what we're representing as, for instance, the golden eagle. They found a golden eagle on Sand Creek earlier last year, and that's what held up the construction, I heard, on that. So.
Okay. Okay, so the question is, okay, this is what's next for you guys? Because I think you're kind of running out of room in this corner.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the city decides. Yeah.
On top of that,
we're going to be doing another project.
On top of that, to have the city support like that. I mean, you guys were at a city council meeting and it was almost unanimous.
Yeah, it's awesome
approval.
with their support, and we work as a team. We're very lucky to have this situation.